The Monster Who Ate Darkness by Joyce, Dunbar, illustrated by Liao. The Monster Who Ate Darkness. Jojo couldn't sleep. He didn't like the darkness under the bed. He thought a monster might be hiding there. Well, this time there was a tiny speck of a monster, so small he could hardly be seen. But he had a big empty feeling inside him that made him hungry, very hungry. He nibbled at a woolly slipper under the bed. Ugh! Horrible! He bit into a tiny toy car. Ouch! It hurts his gums. Then he saw something interesting. It was a box. He peeped through a pinhole in the box and saw that it was full of darkness. He sucked the darkness out of the box, every last bit. Delicious. The monster was a teeny bit bigger, and he was still hungry. He looked around for something else to eat. There was a lot more darkness under the bed. The monster ate all of it. He licked into the darkest corners until there wasn't any left. The monster got quite a lot bigger, but he was still hungry. So he ate all the darkness in the closet and all the darkness hiding behind the folds in the curtain. The monster got bigger and bigger, but he was still hungry, so he slipped out of Jojo's house and went looking in all the other houses for more darkness to eat. He found darkness in cellars and attics and chimneys. He ate it all up. He licked them quite clean. He found new and exciting ways to eat darkness. He liked darkness spread on burned toast. He liked darkness sandwiches. He especially liked darkness soup, which he made out of the darkness at the bottom of wells, and darkness stew, which he made out of the darkness in ditches. Then he found rabbit holes. He ate all the darkness there, and foxholes, a real delicacy. And then he found the darkness in caves. There was so much of it, but he scooped the caves and scraped them clean. But he was still hungry, so he ate all the darkness he could find in the darkest forests, and all the darkness at the bottom of deep volcanoes, And though the monster got bigger and bigger, he was still hungry. He was afraid that he had eaten all the darkness there was. Then he saw the night coming. I'm sorry to say that he ate all the darkness of the night. He ate it all the way to the moon, which no longer shone in the sky. He ate it all around the stars, which no longer twinkled. Now there was no more darkness. There was no dawn and no dusk. There were no shadows and hardly any dreams. There was only the light, the stark and staring light. The monster sat on a lonely planet, feeling very sad that there was no more darkness for him to eat. He looked at the earth. The earth looked very sad too, even though it was shining bright. You see, without the dark, the owls didn't wake up at night. They slept so long and so soundly that they kept falling from the treetops. Fireflies didn't bother to go out because they couldn't be seen. Cats' eyes no longer shone, so the cats lost a lot of their glamour. Hedgehogs went stumbling about blindly in the night light and kept bumping into each other. Foxes crashed into boulders. Bats hung right side up instead of upside down. Bears were equally upset and confused. Then the monster heard from far away a strange sound. It was a little boy named Jojo crying. He was crying because he couldn't get to sleep. Why couldn't he get to sleep? Because there was too much light. Wah, 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 wah. Even though the monster was very big and so full of darkness, he could squeeze into the smallest spaces. He could slide through cracks in windows and seep through pinholes in boxes. So he crept back to Jojo's bedroom. He saw the little boy crying for his mother, who didn't hear him because she was huddled under the covers trying to find some dark. Then the monster did something amazing. He picked up the little boy in his great dark arms, which were very soft and not a bit hairy, and he rocked him as if he were in a cradle, and he hummed a darkness lullaby. Soon Jojo was asleep. So was the monster. He wasn't hungry anymore. He just didn't have that big empty feeling inside him. Instead, he snored and snoozed with the little boy safe in his arms. And as he snoozed, all the darkness oozed out of him. It went right back to where it belonged. It oozed and it oozed until the monster was no more than a tiny speck again. A small, happy speck, fast asleep in the arms of a boy. The End.